What is going on, everyone? Welcome back to another edition of the Breakdown Sportscast. I am your good friend and host, Kory Willis. I hope everyone is having a great Friday, getting ready for the weekend, of course, hanging out with your friends, and getting closer and closer to the summer now. Aren't we at the summer now, Chris? Or are we
We're getting there.
We're getting there. I mean, you can never know living here in Texas.
Kids about to get out of school, aren't they?
Yeah.
We should be getting close if they ain't doing year-round schooling. So yeah.
Exactly. So yeah. Well, I hope everyone's doing well and getting ready for a great weekend, of course. So yeah. As always, we appreciate you guys listening in on this podcast. As always, you know where to find us. We're on many different streaming platforms such as Spotify, Apple Podcasts. We're on YouTube, Amazon Music, and Amazon Audible, iHeartRadio, and many other streaming platforms out there. So, we really appreciate you guys' support in listening to the show. And, always feel free to like, comment, and subscribe to the show. It helps us know what we're doing and how we can improve the show for the future. So, yeah. As always, I'm here with my good friend and co-host. You just heard him just a second ago. He is Chris Bolton. What's going on, Chris?
What's going on, Kory? Man, you know, everything's good my way. How about yourself?
Oh, everything's going good. We had the great rap battle of 2024, of course, that we were just talking about during the pre-show.
Yeah. Epic, elite rap battle.
Yes.
It's what we needed. It's exactly what we needed. The streets needed this.
Yes.
Now we need to see the younger generation. It's the old heads out here squabbling, you know, with Drake and Kendrick, and now Rick Ross in the game going at it, you know. What's up? What these younger rappers doing? Do they even care for hip hop beef? Or they? It really shows like they just out here to get money, because ain't nobody really like doing real rap beef with the younger generation.
I know. It's kind of like that lost art in hip hop now. It's like all we know is advertising, TikTok music, and that's about it. That's about it.
It really shows, you know, because rap is supposed to be a young man's game.
Mm-hmm.
Rapping is supposed to be with the older people. You know what I'm saying? Like, think about it. We were listening to these guys because they were young like us. We've been listening to Drake and Kendrick for a minute.
Yeah.
Rick Ross in the game for a good little minute.
Mm-hmm.
It's 2024.
Yeah. But I will say this. I mean, us growing up, of course, like, you know, Rakim and Method Man and, you know, Ghostface Killer, like all these guys still, you know, out here making music, of course, making albums at the time. I mean, they still making albums for the most part. You know, we looked at those guys as like, oh, y'all the old heads and stuff. Like, we listening to 50 Cent and you know, Nas is still around, even though, you know, he was getting older himself. But it's funny. You know, the funny thing about it was I was talking to my brother about this, and I was like, man, it's kind of funny. Like, Nas and Jay-Z linked up together to make Black Republicans around the same time of age that Kendrick Lamar and Drake is today.
Yeah.
You remember that song?
I do. And I remember, of course, they beefed. And it's, you know, it's kind of eerily similar. It feels like Drake and Kendrick is our Jay-Z and Nas.
Yeah.
For us.
Mm-hmm.
With how the beef played out. You know, Jay-Z, top of the game. And Drake always been at the top of the game. And Kendrick kind of playing that Nas role.
Mm-hmm.
And Nas had Ether. And Kendrick got Not Like Us.
Two totally different tracks.
Two totally different tracks, but they ended with the same result.
Yeah. you're not wrong on that one. They hit it with the same result. Oh man, well, yeah. Hey, look, all I can say is we had a really good battle at the end of the day. Very much enjoyed it, of course. Y'all can always go back and listen to our banter about it during the pre-show if you missed it. But yeah, man. Other than that, that was great. Of course, been a great week, and yeah, man. You ready to kind of go over the NFL draft this year? Kind of review some of the biggest picks and what you expect.
Oh yeah, I'm ready.
All right, nice. Well, what was it? Last week?
Yeah,
we had the NFL draft. Yeah,
last Thursday.
yeah, last Thursday.
Yeah, all this started popping off at around the same time.
Yeah, yeah. I know it was crazy.
Was it last Thursday?
Well,
I'm tripping. I'm mistaken. It's the Thursday.
It was the Thursday before.
Before, yeah. Man, time is moving.
So 2 weeks ago.
2 weeks ago. Oh.
Yeah. So 2 weeks ago, we had the NFL draft. It was great. Very much enjoyed it. What did you think about some of these picks, of course? Because I know I can show my bias a little bit on, my team, of course. I think the Cardinals got a good pick with Marvin Harrison Jr., of course. But there were a lot of picks.
You had no worries. You knew who your team was.
Look, I came in suit and tie, just like everybody in the back that night one. I was ready. I was just like, hey, just bring on all the best picks. I'm ready.
Yeah. No, the Cardinals definitely have some good picks. I like, of course, Marv, and Trey Benson is somebody who's electric, and we'll see how James Conner continues to play. He's been a great player. He's outperformed his contract with the Cards. You've gotten more than what you probably anticipated getting out of James Conner based off the injury history he has. But with Trey Benson, he's got a chance to do something out there in Arizona.
Yeah, absolutely.
I really like his skill set.
Yeah, I think I think Arizona struck gold with this draft. I know that's very premature to say, but with the talent that they have coming into this team, and I think I saw something today about yesterday as we're recording this. I saw that the rookie camps are starting for Arizona, and people like Marvin Harrison Jr. and Trey Benson, a lot of these guys are coming into the fold for the organization, and they're starting camp and everything. So that's good to see. I think you just got some dogs, man, which Arizona desperately needs at this point in time. Yeah. They need some dogs on a lot of these positions, and I think it's definitely going to help them, of course.
For sure, for sure. So I like your draft. So do you want me to go to give just a couple of my favorite picks, just random, or do you have some questions you already have ahead that you want to ask?
I'd say give us your favorite picks on what impressed you, and then we can kind of go into.
Okay, well, yeah, we'll just go from there. Yeah. Actually, so yeah, I know a big story. We can go ahead and talk about this because we had texted about it a little bit on draft night.
I know where you're going with this.
The Atlanta Falcons drafted Michael Penix Jr. first round, 8th overall. Not long after signing Kirk Cousins to a huge contract and giving him the bag to be the starting quarterback in Atlanta. initially, I was like, what in the world are the doggone Falcons doing? I'm not going to lie, Kory. I really had to sit there and ponder about this.
You.
I'm like,
Everybody in Atlanta.
everybody did. And I get it. Because you're like, we just paid all this money to bring in Kirk Cousins. Why in the world are we drafting a quarterback in the first round? We should be trying to make a title push. We should get somebody who's going to have an impact this year. Because truthfully, when you look at the talent the Falcons have, they are a quarterback and a pass rusher away from really competing.
Mm-hmm.
They got that quarterback with Kirk. They ain't get that pass rusher that everybody thought they were going to get with Dallas Turner.
Right.
But I'm coming around on the pick. I'm not going to lie, Kory. Because Kirk Cousins is only going to be a quarterback for right now, for a couple of seasons. And I'm going to keep it a band with you. I ain't never just been a Kirk Cousins fan. I ain't never been like, yeah, he can take me to a Super Bowl.
Me either. I've never understood how he's lasted this long. I mean,
And keeps getting the bag.
he keeps getting the bag.
He got the bag off the now known as Commanders.
Yeah.
When they were continuing to franchise him.
Mm-hmm.
Got the bag, the guaranteed bag, fully guaranteed bag from the Vikings.
Mm-hmm.
Now he got the bag again with the Falcons.
he just keep getting the bag.
He keep getting the bag. I'm not gonna knock him. I'm not gonna hate by any means. I will never hate on somebody getting to the bag. But hey, more power to him. But I get it, Atlanta. Or more so to their GM. I think he gets it. We can groom Penix for a couple of seasons behind Kirk, and then he'll be ready.
Mm-hmm.
But also, there is this caveat. Kirk Cousins is coming off a torn Achilles. Let's just say Kirk ain't Kirk no more. What other quarterback in the draft is better suited to step up and make use of highly talented players besides Caleb Williams?
Yeah.
You probably will make a case that it can really be Michael Penix. That boy he had that offense humming.
Mm-hmm.
He got out of Indiana and went down there to Washington, and they messed around and gave him some weapons, and got all these weapons drafted. Jalen Polk, Rome Odunze.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, all these boys got drafted.
It's nice. Yeah, hey, he was balling, man. Those guys were balling. You gotta give him props.
So I get it, Atlanta. I mean, I think Penix can grow into a franchise quarterback and be a guy that can win. And what tells me that is this man took Washington to the national championship.
Mm-hmm.
If that don't tell you he got something special, I don't know what does. Respectfully, Washington. I know you're known as you've had some great years and made it to the Rose Bowl, but to go to the national championship game, that says something about Michael Penix.
Yeah, I agree. I agree, man. Yes, I think now that the dust has settled, I can understand a little bit more on why Atlanta made this pick. And I could see a scenario that, yeah, he's here for like just 1 year to like learn as much as he can from a Kirk Cousins. And like, yeah, it's Kirk Cousins, but there's no denying it's Kirk Cousins.
Is a veteran QB. He knows what he's doing.
Yeah. It's I can't remember who Patrick Mahomes was behind that first year.
Alex Smith.
Alex Smith. He was behind Alex Smith that 1 year, and Andy Reid was like, "Look, the next year, Patrick Mahomes
Right.
is going to get this start.
Similar range in the pick.
Mm-hmm.
10th overall for Mahomes. The Chiefs traded up to select him.
Mm-hmm.
Atlanta 8th overall with Penix. Two veteran, like you said, another veteran QB who's carved out his way. Alex Smith grew into being a good quarterback at that time.
Mm-hmm.
Now he wasn't necessarily the guy that was going to win it for you, because we saw what happened in that playoff game when they choked it away against the Colts. we did see some of the bad Alex Smith, creep out again. But I think that's what kind of made Andy be like, all right, I got to get me somebody here who can make some plays. I can't keep scheming up everything, man.
Yeah. And look, it worked out well for him.
Worked out great. I wish, although I love Brock Purdy, that's my quarterback, I wish Kyle Shanahan would have done the same thing and said, you know what, I got to get me a playmaker, and got the right playmaker. I think Justin Fields still can be a great quarterback in the NFL. And if he went to the 49ers and not the Bears, things would be completely different right now. But hey, that's discussion for another day. That's just me, a hurt 49ers fan, talking right now.
Oh, man. Look, at the end of the day, Purdy getting the bag. Like we talking about.
Oh, he's getting to the bag soon. That's why the 49ers drafted Ricky Pearsall.
Yeah.
Because Debo and Ayuk can't both get to the bag, and then Brock Purdy got to get to the bag too. Somebody got to go.
Somebody got to go. Somebody on the chopping block.
Somebody got to go. I think it's going to be Debo personally, but yeah. But while we kind of transitioned into that, I like the Ricky Pearsall pick.
Oh, I love the Ricky Pearsall pick.
I think that's one of the more underrated picks in this draft. And if Debo is moved and Pearsall is thrown into a starting wide receiver position for the 49ers, he can be a high impact guy because he fits the scheme. Everybody's like, Ricky Pearsall, why didn't you get Keon Coleman or this blah blah blah? Pearsall is a dog. Y'all see, we watch college football.
Those Florida games, those one-handed grabs that he was making, as soon as I saw the pick, Chris, I was like, okay, all right, Shanahan, I see what you're doing. And look, all I'm gonna say is this: it's going to work. It's going to work. If you are from the Bay Area and you are screaming this ain't gonna work, I don't know what's wrong with you. It's going to work. It's going to be fine.
Going to be great, because not only is he going to get schemed up for easy catches, he is now that receiver that you can throw the ball up and he's going to make a play. If Brock just got to throw it up, Ricky can go make a play.
Yeah, easy.
So not only is he a yak guy, he is a guy that can go out there and make it one-on-one situations, and that's what you need on the outside. So I love the pick too.
Yeah. So I'm thoroughly interested in watching Ricky Pearsall play for the 49ers, and they also got one of your teams late last year, Chris. Arizona. Yeah. Jacob Cohen, wide receiver.
Man. You know, I had a big Kool-Aid smile on my face when I saw that pick. I said, "Oh, we cooking." I said, "Shanahan been watching ball. My coach know ball. He knows ball. Him and John Lynch know football, because they were on at this draft. People might say there's some reaches, but again, the 49ers scheme is a scheme that's unique to them, and they have always drafted like this. People thought Brandon Ayuk was the reach. How's that panned out?
Hey, he coming out of the end of the tunnel smelling like roses at this point.
Yeah, he's finna get his bag, whether it's from us or somebody else. So, but yeah, no. I do. I do. I really enjoy those picks, and I like the running back that we got from Louisville.
Mm-hmm.
That's one of your teams you adopted, like I adopted Arizona.
Yeah, is it hopefully I'm not butchering his name. Isaac Garindo?
Yeah, yeah, the speedster.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Got him in the
220,
fourth round.
225, running a 4.3. What?
That's pretty
Get
good.
in our system. He sounds like another Raheem Mostert. Just a fast one cutter that can take it to the house, and
Mm-hmm.
that's
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 what you need.
somebody great to have. That's what you need. Yeah, exactly.
Mm-hmm.
So all good picks. One of my favorite picks, a couple actually. I mean, right after each other. The Bills getting Keon Coleman, but even more so, a pick I love. And I'm putting it out here now. I will be drafting him in any and every fantasy football league I'm in. Lad McConkey going to the Chargers.
You know what? When I saw that, I laughed. I was like, I was like, Jim Harbaugh. This is literally a Jim Harbaugh pick. Lad McConkey.
His first pick of a skill position player.
Oh my
Lad
gosh. Oh my goodness, man! Like, can you imagine the routes
Yes.
he's gonna be having
Before
this
you
man?
ask that, whatever you're about to ask, yes, I can imagine.
Oh man,
Oh,
everybody's gonna be like, man, I don't know how to hold this man. I don't know how he's this good. He's just this good, man.
I'm not going to predict it, but I truly think he can have a special season for a rookie wide receiver this year. I'm talking like 110 catches for 1,300 receiving yards and 11 TDs.
It's possible.
Everybody's work is really possible because one, Keenan Allen, and Mike Williams are gone, which leaves two. Another huge reason I'm saying this: Quentin Johnston before the draft was the wide receiver one for the Chargers.
Yeah.
Quentin Johnston ain't it. Respectfully, he can't catch the ball.
No.
He's not going to cut it. He had a really bad rookie year. I hope he bounces back. I
Yeah.
don't wish anything ill on him, but he to me he ain't it. He ain't it. So insert Lad McConkey, someone who is whatever you need out of him, he can do it. Short routes, intermediate routes, yak plays. I mean, he'll take it to the crib, just a little easy screen, wide receiver screens. He's gone. And with Harbaugh and Greg Roman, people are going to think that the Chargers will be running the football all the time. But didn't we say the same thing about the Cowboys when they brought in Mike McCarthy? And then, and they had got rid of Kellen Moore as the OC.
Yeah.
Everybody thought the Cowboys were just going to be running the football. And how did that play out? They couldn't run football. So they just passed the ball all game.
Shoot, they took the run game away. They told the running back to go elsewhere, to go to Foxborough, leave the state of Texas.
They told the other one to go to Nashville.
Goodness gracious, Dallas.
Oh man. So yeah. No, bro. But as much as like people look at Greg Roman offenses and be like they're going to be run heavy, I just don't think the Chargers can run the football like that. And they have Justin Herbert, who is a special arm talent. I think he's going to be peppering. Just McConkey's going to get like 14 targets a game. Quentin Johnson can't get open, regardless of if he's catching the ball this year. he doesn't get open.
It's not good.
So it's you. So if I'm a QB and it's 3rd and 5, I'm looking for the guy that I know can get separation and get open. So that's why I think Lad McConkey is going to get hella targets this year.
Yeah.
Anybody listening? This is just me. Take my word for whatever with a grain of salt if you want to. Do with this information as you will. You won't Lad McConkey on all of your fantasy teams. I'm telling you.
That's an early pick for both bets right now, ain't it?
I'm telling you, him and even Justin Herbert. Justin Herbert was going early in drafts last year. You're going to be able to get him way later. If you wait on quarterback, I think Justin Herbert is going to give you more bang for your buck. I think he's going to be passing the ball a lot more this year than what people expect.
I think so too, and I also feel like Lad McConkey is he if he has a good season, I feel like he's going to be utilized a lot in this offense on the Jim Harbaugh. I think he's going to have like one of those Julian Edelman, Wes Welker type of years, and the years to come after that. I think he actually exuberates that kind of athleticism and
I'm gonna say
ability.
He's faster than both.
Yeah. So he already halfway there, Chris.
I mean, he's straight up faster than both of those guys were. Those guys, I mean, they could move. We're talking about NFL wide receivers here, but Lag got speed.
Yep.
He got 4.3 speed.
I know. 4.39. That's what he ran.
All right, sleep on him if you want to.
Hey,
he's gonna be running past you too.
Hey,
there's going to be a play this year where he turns a pass into a touchdown he has no business. It's going to only be because the safety really played him for weak and took a bad angle, thinking he's going to be able to get him. And he's just going to zoom by him, and the safety's going to be like, what the hell just happened?
Oh, my God. I can't wait. I can't wait for the season to start again because I need to see this guy in action. I need to see this offense in action. Him being out there.
And I mentioned Keon Coleman as well because with the Bills, he's that big receiver. He's that guy that just can go make a play. And the Bills, they have the intermediate guys. Your Curtis Samuel, they signed. Khalil Shakur. He showed himself, proved himself to be a threat, a weapon. Last season, especially towards the end of the season, he became the wide receiver 1. Really, instead, with Diggs tailing off, and then Dalton Kincaid, he's a weapon too. So the Bills were needing that guy that's just like, we need a legit X receiver, someone that can stretch the field and go make a play. Josh can just throw it up to and go make a play. You've seen a lot of Florida State. If there's one thing Keon Coleman can do, he can go up there and make a play.
Hey, and that's exactly what you need. That's the guy that I think that they've missed. Is having that big physical receiver that can go up and get it. And I think now, only time will tell. Can he deliver that for Buffalo? And I think he can. I think he has all the tools to succeed in that offense. So yeah, I think Allen's gonna have a heck of a season with that man lined up.
I can see that. There are 3. Well, it's so interesting. If these receivers have the seasons I think they can have, a lot of it has to do also with the quarterbacks they're playing for or
Mm-hmm.
playing with, rather.
Yeah.
Like, so you remember 2014, OBJ and Mike Evans just going both, bursting onto the scene, going crazy.
Mm-hmm.
Sammy Watkins too, for that matter, had a great rookie season.
Yeah.
Um, I can honestly, I really think we might have a situation where we see something similar to that with these guys in this class. And you look at where some of the players ended up going to and
Mm-hmm.
who their quarterbacks are. Keon Coleman, he can have a crazy season because he's getting the ball from Josh Allen.
Yeah.
And respectfully, Shakir and Curtis Samuel, they ain't Keon Coleman. They just ain't the stature, the build. They aren't the freak God given athletes that man is, and the things he's been able to do on the football field, the catches he's made are ridiculous.
Mm-hmm.
Now you mean to tell me he's catching the ball from Josh Allen? You mean to tell me Lad McConkey gets to route people up and Justin Herbert's throwing him dimes?
It's looking nice.
You mean to tell me Xavier Worthy is playing with Patrick Mahomes? With Rashee Rice out here acting a plumb fool? So ain't no telling how that's about to pan out with him. And also Travis Kelce getting preserved in a freezer until it's the playoffs, and that's when he's then unleashed.
Because you know that's how it's going to go.
You know that's how it's going to
go. He's just in the crowd chamber all the way into the playoffs.
He ain't gonna pop out until it's the playoffs, and then all of a sudden you want to get 100 yards a game. You ain't fooling me, Travis. I know that they just paid you. They paid you for the playoffs. They ain't paying you to do nothing in the regular season.
Oh no, not at all. Like this is gonna be an easy ring right here.
So,
easy quiz.
Like, easy. But Xavier Worthy is another guy.
Yeah, I was just gonna mention him.
Him going to play with Patrick. And we saw how Tyreek Hill was with Mahomes. Xavier Worthy is a player of similar pedigree athletically to Tyreek Hill with the speed and his ability to get open. Like Tyreek Hill wasn't. If you watch college football, you knew about Tyreek Hill, but he was a later pick.
Mm-hmm.
He wasn't picking the first round like Worthy was.
Not at all.
So, no, exactly. So now you're telling me this guy is paired up with, arguably the greatest quarterback of all time? Those are the guys that I would bet on having special seasons as rookies because of the quarterback play that's paired up along with their talent.
Yeah. Yeah. Seeing Worthy get picked up by KC, like I could just see what that pick meant to them. Like with the whole Rashee Rice situation, they needed someone with similar speed and just athleticism. Xavier Worthy is right there. You go get him. He's a young guy with a ton of potential. You got to strike. And for KC, coming off of a Super Bowl, they want to keep the good times rolling. You get a guy like him in the fold, I think you'll be successful.
Definitely. And his teammate, I think, went to another really good situation. AD Mitchell.
Yeah.
Adonai Mitchell going to the Colts. I think we can all agree that Anthony Richardson can sling the football.
Oh yeah.
He can make some throws.
Yeah. Tons of potential.
He is just limitless potential. And he's going to and his head coach was a guy who had Jalen Hurts humming at an MVP level, throwing the ball to AJ Brown and Devontae Smith, just going bananas. Jalen
Hmm.
Hurts was just unleashed under Shane Steichen.
I think so.
I think his name is Shane Steichen, head coach with the Colts.
Hmm.
He now you give Anthony Richardson, who already has Michael Pittman Jr., who is a really good wide receiver, but you pair him with AD Mitchell now. Mitchell is he oozes just potential to be a all pro receiver. That's somebody else that when you look at the situation and the coaching, if you like the talent, there is a pathway. I wouldn't be like, I wouldn't guarantee it. There's a pathway that, Mitchell can put up numbers comparable, if not maybe a little better than Michael Pittman, even in his first year. Because he's that talented.
Hmm.
And he's going into a really good offense, also that has Jonathan Taylor in the backfield. I mean, the Colts can be nice.
Yeah.
I can't forget about touchdowns either at slot.
Right. Yeah. The Colts. I mean, they had a good season even without AR. So
Mm-hmm.
just imagine when he comes back and he
And
has all
without
this
JT
talent.
for that matter, because Jonathan Taylor was missing in action for a while
Yeah.
too.
So you got that. So yeah, look, man. I think you got to look out for the Colts. Well, of course, in the AFC with all of this talent coming
Mm-hmm.
into the fold. But yeah, Adonai Mitchell, after having a great season with Texas, him coming into Indy, I think that's a good pick. I think that's a
Yep.
really good pick.
There's there's a potential for some crazy seasons to happen. If you're a Kyler Murray supporter and believer, now that he's got, Maserati Marv,
Hmm.
if you believe in Kyler Murray, then you should believe Marvin Harrison goes out here and he's 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 a top 10 receiver. I mean, he puts up top 10 receiver numbers in year one. If you believe Kyler Murray is a great talent and should be 100% healthy this year.
Yeah,
So
only one can hope.
there's that too.
Yeah,
Yeah. We're
yeah.
about to learn, man. We're about to learn about Kyler this year.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Hopefully this is the year he can be as healthy as he possibly can, because this is a big year for him. I mean, you got, I think, the talent that you've been needing,
You
of
do have some
course.
talent.
Yeah,
Trey McBride is hey, Trey McBride ends up having the best tight end season out of all the tight ends. I wouldn't be shocked.
nah, I wouldn't be surprised.
Trey McBride he's proven himself to be, a guy. He's coming into his own.
Hmm.
He had high draft capital too. Wasn't he a second round pick for the
I,
Cardinals a few years
yeah,
back?
I think he was.
I think he was a second round pick about 3 years ago. So, it makes sense that he's figuring it out.
Yep, second round.
So
Hmm.
you got some guys. You got some guys out there in Phoenix, in Arizona.
Oh yeah, absolutely. That's one of the reasons why I think the future is bright for Arizona. They just gotta come with it. Gotta really get on the ground running. Can't take no prisoners in what is known as a very tough NFC conference.
Mm-hmm,
I
mm-hmm.
mean, we both know it. I mean, both of our teams are in the NFC, so it's a grind.
Yeah, it is. It is. How do you feel about Malik Neighbors going to the Giants?
I think that's a very good pick for the Giants because I mean we saw what Malik could do in LSU. I mean, we saw what Malik could do in high school. This was a guy that was almost a Mississippi State Bulldog at one point.
Boy, don't remind me.
Look, man, sometimes I try not to remind myself, and then I'm like, what could have been? But you know, it is what it is. But yeah, this guy is so athletic and so explosive as a receiver that this is what honestly, New York, I think they've been needing for quite a long time. Like they haven't had a really good wide receiver in years, of course. So
it's since the last LSU receiver, since they had the prime days of Odell.
Yeah. So
yeah, that's the last time.
Right. So hopefully this can be kind of the start for New York getting back into, having a competent offense through the air with a receiver like Malik Neighbors. So I really love the pick. Another pick that I was going to mention to you about, Chris, was Blake Corum being picked third to the Rams. He's an LA Ram now. So you go from Michigan to LA.
Yeah, Blake is feeling good. I'm sure he's got a big smile on his face heading out there to the West Coast. But that's a really good pickup for the Rams. You don't have to run Kyron Williams to the ground, which ultimately led to him getting injured last year. And then he made his return. So now you can, you got a competent running back with Blake Corum, who, God forbid, something serious does happen to Kyron in a game. Not wishing that on him, but Blake has proven he can handle a rushing load. Like that man was running the ball.
Man was running 30, for his life.
30 attempts a game out there in Michigan.
Man, they need to pay him, as what Kendrick Lamar said on Meet the Grams, more cheddar and more cheddar and more cheddar.
That boy, he was running the ball at Michigan. I mean, they tried to run his draft value down. All the hits he was taking, it's crazy. But he can handle the load though.
Yeah.
So that's a good pick for LA.
Mm-hmm.
I would be remiss if we didn't talk about a defensive player before we wrap things up.
Yeah.
My favorite picks on defense.
Mm-hmm.
And I hope this team uses him properly. Cooper DeJean for the Eagles. At cornerback. Not safety. Don't put that man at safety. just because of his exterior.
Mm-hmm.
Let him play corner. Cooper can lock up. That boy is a menace, a problem, an athlete. Let Cooper lock up on the outside at Philly. Let him play corner. Don't listen to these draft people trying to tell you he's the defensive back and you need to have him at safety. No.
Or the nickel, no.
Or nickel, none of that.
Have my day in the island.
Ain't no Seahorn. You remember Seahorn for the Giants back in the day?
Oh yeah.
We ain't finna do it. They trying to Seahorn my boy.
Nah.
They trying to have him out here playing safety and stuff. Let that man corner. Because he is a menace at corner. And I think the Eagles know this.
Oh yeah. I think the ball's in their court. But yeah, Cooper DeJean, yeah, he was a baller for Iowa last season. So yeah, I think this was a really good pick for Philly.
Great pick. Helping them trying to shore up that secondary because that secondary was food cheese.
Oh yeah,
It was terrible last season.
absolutely,
Oh,
absolutely.
wide receivers was licking their chops getting ready to play the Eagles. You don't ever hear that.
I know. I know that struck me. Well, when I started seeing people like, man, I can't wait to play against the Eagles. Why? Because we're gonna light them up. I'm like, man,
We're gonna like, man, that was the contract game. People was hitting milestones and earning bonuses whenever they played the Eagles.
oh my
That's one of them
god.
games you ever play Madden franchise mode, and they tell you, if you go out here and get 150 receiving yards and 2 touchdowns, you add an X factor to your player. People out here earning X factors against the Eagles.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, people were definitely circling Philly on the list. So let's hope that doesn't happen again. Because if it does, we got some problems.
Yeah, definitely. Oh man, you got anything else, partner? Any other players or picks you want to highlight? Give some love to.
I mean, we got Tavondre Sweat from my neck of the woods.
Mm-hmm.
He's a Tennessee Titan now. So that's definitely a good pick for Tennessee to beef up that defensive line going forward. So yeah, I'm interested in seeing what he does. Of course, we already know about Caleb Williams. He's a Chicago Bear now, so we'll see what happens with that going forward. And yeah, let me see a couple other people before we get out of here. Bo Nix is part of Denver now, so yeah, that's going to be.
That was interesting.
Yeah, that was an interesting one, but I think that may fit Bo Nix well. Or at least I hope
I think so too. I think so too. I hope it works out for him.
Yeah, and it got some pretty good pieces. Of course, Troy Franklin, wide receiver out of Oregon. He's gonna.
Yeah, you bring his teammate there.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
you bring your teammate there, so that should help a little bit. And yeah,
He's another player that kind of slipped in the draft, but when you watch the film, Franklin's a beast.
mm-hmm.
I know he's skinny. He ain't the biggest receiver, but that boy can play ball. So
Oh yeah,
you
absolutely.
got him. You still got Cortland Sutton
Mm-hmm.
there. Marvin Mims. A few, you got some pieces there.
Oh yeah,
Maybe it can work out for Bo. And you got Sean Payton calling the play, so
mm-hmm.
we'll see how that pans out.
Oh yeah, I'm interested in seeing how that does pan out. And oh yeah, I didn't know it. You remember during last season, during that crazy Colorado game that Dion decided to make us stay up until like 1:00 in the morning.
Yeah.
Oh my God! So Muhammad Kamara, the defensive end from Colorado State, he ended up getting picked up in the 5th round to the Miami Dolphins. So that's an interesting pick as well. And he was balling. He really showed a lot of NFL scouts in that game alone that he
That's
belonged.
a really good pick. Mm-hmm. And the Dolphins are a team that can use a pass rusher, somebody that can get after it.
Yeah, that was very much needed.
That's a glaring need of there. So, to find somebody like that late in the draft, he might, work his way into onto the final roster. He can be an impact guy.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. So they got him in the fold, and that's that's not even. I would be remiss without talking about Chop Robinson from Penn State. He's also an edge rusher, and he had a
Mm-hmm.
really good season too for the Nittany Lions.
Yeah,
So yeah,
they knew what to do. They knew what they needed.
yeah, I agree.
So
So yeah,
yeah, man,
man.
it was a really good draft, a really fun draft. Excited to see how the season plays out. I truly think we can have some special rookie wide receiver seasons this year. I know every year some rookies emerge and we try to hype people up, but like I said, when you look at the combination of some of the talented guys and where they are playing at now and who will be throwing them the football, I think there's the potential for some guys to put up some crazy stats, some stats that many people might not be anticipating for some of these guys in year one. So I'm ready.
Yeah, I'm ready too. So yeah, man. Yeah, man. Anything else you want to add about our talks about the NFL draft and everything before we get out of there?
Nope, nope. Just excited. I know we'll start doing some preview content soon.
Yeah.
As we continue to get closer and closer to fall camp coming. It's just we're entering the summer. It's soon it's going to be that time, man. These guys are putting in the work, and it's exciting. Should be another fun year of college football, and I'm sure we're gonna give some content to you guys soon. Get the preview going, get the blood flowing, and maybe try to expose people to some different possibilities and opportunities in case you want to try to get to the bag early on in the off season for any of our listeners in states where it's legal to gamble. We encourage legal gambling.
Yes. Absolutely. And in our
So
negative side, it is legal. So
exactly. So yeah, we're going to get to it soon because there's some things still happening in the off season, but things have kind of settled down. So now we can kind of look at how these teams are made up and constructed currently. Just throw a few things at the board on how what could potentially play out for this 2024 season that's on the horizon.
yeah, yeah, yeah. I think now, me and you can definitely work our way into doing that, and kind of you know messing around and
Yeah,
picking out our teams that have that potential. I should say that je
exactly.
ne sais
Or
quoi.
that je not say quiet. You understand? That's why. That's why.
So yeah, I think that'll be fun for us to do during the summer months of the off season, and then as we get closer to around like July, we'll have media
Mhm.
days, and
Oh, yeah. Old
oh,
media
the
days.
football game will be out as well.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. That will also help with the scouting report because
Yes.
we we it's something that a lot of you guys don't know about if you're of the younger generation. But with our generation, that was our scouting report. We got the game early. We had the preview magazines, and we knew who was finna ball out come September 3rd or whenever the season started. That first weekend of September, we knew we
We
knew who
knew.
was finna cut up. Well, I done went through six seasons, 6 years on dynasty mode, playing every game. I know I know all about my team. At that point, you knew all about everybody when you played dynasty mode and you picked up NCAA early in the summer because That's how you got to know the players. So there'll be a generation of people being introduced to that with college football this year because we're gonna we'll get it early and we'll be playing the game and you will already have an idea possibly of this is who's going to be a problem for us this year. This is who's going to cook.
Mm-hmm.
Or this is who I need to. Maybe I don't need to start this person at tackle. Maybe I need to go ahead and get this freshman in here and see what he can do.
Right.
Just different things. So this will be it'll be fun to play the game early because it low key kind of does give you a perspective into maybe what to be on the lookout for the upcoming actual season.
Mm-hmm. So yeah.
Were you like that, Kory? Were you out here getting your scout on too?
Oh yeah.
Popping the game early in the summertime.
Absolutely. I would be doing that. I would be getting the college football athlon books and stuff. That's how I would get the rosters. I wasn't the only one out here.
Taking the time to really be putting people's names, edit their jersey and edit their name. It's crazy.
It's crazy.
The stuff we went through as kids, we were really dedicated.
Man, we were dedicated. Like for sure, like it was crazy. Like think about those PS2 times and stuff before we had like actual good, like downloadable rosters and stuff.
Yeah. I remember.
People were working magic then.
I was one of them ones. I'm telling you, it was so bad. If you ain't had a magazine, you was stuck like Chuck. It was tough. Wasn't no Google for real back then. Like you ain't had no smartphone to just let me look up USC roster real quick.
Right.
No. You maybe your home had the desktop to go and look things up, but everybody didn't have them capabilities. You had to know who so and so was and what number they wore.
Mm-hmm. Exactly. So it was.
Yeah, you had to know Dwayne Jarrett. It was out there number 8.
Mm-hmm. It was tough times, man. It was tough times we had to go through.
Lindell White was in 21. You had to know.
Yep. Oh my gosh.
Good times, though.
It was good times. Good times. But yeah, man.
Was your boy Cedric Benson? Was he number 4? I'm trying to remember. What number was Cedric Benson?
Oh, man.
I know, yeah. I know I took you back with that one.
I mean, now I have to go back.
That was my boy at Texas. I was a huge Cedric Benson fan.
Cedric Benson was 32 at Texas.
Man. Number 32. Rest in peace, Cedric Benson,
yes.
Man. That man he was a dog.
Oh, yeah.
He was a dog.
Yeah.
One of my favorite Texas running backs.
Exactly. Mine's too. May he rest in peace, Cedric Benson. Great player. Yeah.
Him. Who else? Who was another player that was like that back then? You another Texas player, Roy Williams.
Yeah. We all love Roy.
But y'all had some dogs coming through in Texas out there in Austin, man.
Hey, man. This school, this city, it just breeds talent, man. It just does it naturally. I mean, look what we got right now. We got freaking Arch Manning. Got a Manning out here. It don't stop.
It don't stop. It does not stop. Yeah. And now you got Bond, Isaiah Bond, out there receiver now in Texas. I mean, yeah. It really doesn't stop.
No, not at all. The wheels just keep on turning in this well-oiled machine. No pun intended, because we're in Texas. Known as the Texas Longhorns football team. So yeah, so it's gonna be interesting, man. It's gonna be interesting. Yeah, man. Yeah. Well, partner, it's great having You on the
It's
show?
been fun. Always a good
Absolutely.
time.
Yes, yes, sir. Well, let the good people know where they can find you on social media.
Y'all can holler at your boy on Instagram at Chris.Bolton underscore. And also you can get at me on X at Chris_Bolton _12. So holler at your boy.
Nice, nice. And of course, y'all can follow me on X at Listen to KSW. I'm on there talking different sports. Of course, I'm watching the NBA playoffs right now, so that's been interesting. And on there talking professional wrestling and video games from time to time as well. So yeah, definitely follow me on there. But yeah, man. Well, another great show, partner. We'll definitely do it again in a couple weeks. Of course, we'll see what happens in the world of college football. Until next time, folks, y'all take care. Have a great weekend, and we'll see y'all next time.
Peace.
Peace.